Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, you've probably read the title, and it's true. I've decided to quit playing Final Fantasy 15 A New Empire. And you're probably wondering why, what happened, B? Why are you quitting? And I'll get into it all. Um, yeah, I'll definitely get into it all. I would like to. There's been a discussion about this game for quite a while going on. I know a lot of people love this game, a lot of people hate it, and a lot of people both love and hate it. And I know like some people even made a video how this game is like the worst game ever and is destroying all games. And like people have that strong of an opinion that other YouTubers make videos about how bad this game is. But all in all, I've really loved playing this game. I got to be completely honest. I love this game. I think it's a great game. It definitely has problems. Like, there's definitely a lot of things about this game that I wish I could change or have some impact on. So it's really, I'm quitting more for personal reasons than anything, um, in game related. If anything, I'm too addicted to this game. And now you could say that that is a problem with the game, that they made the game so addicting in some for people like me on some level that we have to quit it. We can't just play less. So, anyways, that's kind of. I'll get into it all, but real quick, I realized I've never told the story about how I started playing, and then how I got into the game and why I like this game so much and why I think this game's actually decent, even though it has some real problems. Um, but I started playing. Schizophrenic Gamer, who's a YouTuber, started making a couple videos on this game of him playing it, and I still am a big Schizophrenic Gamer fan. I love his channel. He does a lot of Summoner War videos, which I'm a big Summoners War fan, or I used to be. I don't play really since this game came out. I haven't played much, but he made a couple videos playing this game, and I figured, well, if he's playing it, it's got to be a cool game. I'll check it out. I downloaded it, and so this would have been about a year and 9 months ago, right when the game came out, like the first month. It might have been out for like a couple weeks, but I downloaded it. I was hooked immediately. I love the massive multiplayer aspect of it. But what really hooked me was the social component. How you can, how it's like you join a guild and you have all these friends and everybody's got their own play style and you're stuck in this realm with all these people who want to destroy you or want to befriend you. And I just love the game. I love the aspect, the dynamic between, just all the different people that you meet. It's funny. I mean, you can really tell what type of person somebody is by how they build their account and how they play the game too. You got the bullies who like to bully people and attack people constantly and are kind of not bully, but love the battling component and the domination component. Then you've got people who just hang out in realm chat all day and chill and have fun. You got the strong silent type who reinforce empires and who are always like reliable and strong and I just love it. I love the game. I became an R4 almost immediately. I joined a guild. I had no idea how to play the game. I joined a guild. I became an R4 because really nobody knew how to play at the time. And immediately began recruiting and just having fun with the game. Then I started making videos, kind of for the guild at first, though I'd been wanting to make videos on the game for a long time. I'd actually made Pokemon Go videos and some Summoners War videos, but they were pretty poorly done, so nobody ever watched them. But anyway, so I started making videos and I really love this game. I love how it's 24/7 on nonstop action. You can go in realm chat at like 3 in the morning and people are talking about Trump or who knows what. Like it's just always something going on. Always somebody being attacked somewhere. Constant events, at least these days, constant events. And I love it. I love how I even like the kind of the hierarchy component of it. Like you have leaderboards, you've got citadel levels, you've got power, you've got who's got the best gear, and there's so many. It's so fun to see how people build their accounts, what they choose to focus on. If they focus on leveling up their citadels, how they play the game. I'm just fascinated by it all. So So yeah, I love this game, and I know there's a lot of haters talking about, oh, this game's a pay to win, and what, I'm actually kind of in the unique position that I've probably heard more complaints on this game than any single person on the planet, except for maybe Machine Zone support, because people, they leave comments on my videos saying, oh, I get all kinds of comments constantly. So it's I've heard pretty much every negative thing that could possibly be said about this game over the course of the last year and a half of me making videos. So I kind of have a good idea of everything, and I play it. I play this game. I've probably averaged 20 hours a week since the game came out. Uh, yeah, probably 20 hours. Like some weeks, I'm sure I did a lot more than 20. Some weeks maybe less, but a lot of time. Who knows how much money, to be honest. Like a decent amount of decent amount of money. I could have a pretty decent car if I had that money back. But I'm not complaining. Like I really enjoyed playing this game. So yeah, some of the big complaints, it's a pay to win. And I do agree with that. It's also a free to play though. And you can make it as a free to play player playing this game, but it's a lot of time you're going to have to invest in you're going to have to use your brain a lot, constantly try to do everything perfect to get your account as strong as you can. So it's doable. I know a lot of people play without spending any money, and some of them are beasts. So it's doable. It's going to take a lot of time or money, and that's really what it boils down to. Uh, I think my biggest problem with the game right now, as it currently is the 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 inflation aspect of it. The time you spent grinding, like you can spend 100 hours grinding for gear or 100 hours grinding to get your citadel to a certain point, and then all of a sudden the next week they'll have a update or a release that they like gift out whatever like gear that you spent a month working for, or they add a new building that completely, if you don't have that building, it doesn't matter what you had beforehand. Like that's the part of the game that I wish they would get get a little bit more consistent. It'd be nice if you didn't have to have every new feature, like if things moved a little slower and you didn't get 10x every other week, because yeah, it means you have to keep grinding just to catch up, and that to me is kind of annoying. But I mean, again, at the same time, I love grinding. I love playing the game, so I would be on board with that. I'd still be playing, except for I mentioned I'm quitting primarily for personal reasons more than anything with the game. I've realized I spent way too much time playing, and I've neglected a lot of relationships and there's a lot of things I want to do that I haven't done because I'd rather play this game. And it's almost like a drug addiction, right? Like like a cocaine addiction. If you do cocaine like occasionally, like recreationally, it's okay. But if every time you do cocaine, you find yourself in Vegas at a strip club, and like all your credit cards are maxed and you don't know what happened and how you got there and even what hotel you're staying at, it's like that's too much, right? So and I almost get that level with this game. Like I'll play it when I should be sleeping. I'll play it when I should be, going out and meeting people, doing stuff like that. So I definitely, you know, a lot of things have happened where it's like, oh, okay, it's probably time for me to change up my lifestyle and try to position myself to where I'm aiming towards what I want to have in the future. Like I definitely want to start a family, and I need to do that. I need to obviously meet somebody to start a family with. And I find like every time I'm about to go on out on a date or set up a date, I'd rather just play this game. And anytime I'm even like hanging out with other people, I'm just thinking, oh, I forgot to switch my heroes before I came over. Like the game's even on my mind when I should be present for other people. And so it's definitely. I don't think this game's been all that healthy for me, though I've loved playing it. And I think it's more a knock on me than it is the game. Though I know there is some components of the game that they prey upon people like me, so to speak, or at least that's what a lot of the critics of the game would say. But all in all, I've really love this game. I've loved playing like the guildmates. I think the community is what makes this game. And I know if you're in like a bad realm, this game could be really bad. But if you're in like a decent realm or even an average realm, I think this game can be a lot of fun. So yeah, and you can just see from Realm Chat, people are always talking about something exciting. But it's nonstop, right? And I love that aspect of the game. And you don't really hear the arguments for the game, though anybody who plays the game a lot knows this is why people keep playing it. It's for the community, your guild mates, hanging out with everybody, having fun. And this game definitely, it's a lot of good times. I've got hundreds of epic stories of battles and capturing people's heroes. And then like there's unbelievable moments too. Like somebody had passed away in real life, and probably 100 something people sent their heroes to that person. The person had so many heroes that the heroes would be returned because he had his cap. I guess there was a cap at the time on how many heroes you can have captured. So I mean that's the kind of community that this game has. And I know, like you see a lot of hate on a lot of YouTube comments, but really most everybody who comments on my videos, like all you guys have been awesome. And, I'm so appreciative of everybody, and it really has been a blast. In terms of what I'm going to do, as far as my channel goes, I'd like to keep making videos. I love making videos. Hopefully I can find something to make videos on that doesn't consume me and doesn't, evolve to a level that is overboard, because I do everything overboard anyway. So if it's possible to go way overboard, then that could be an issue for me. But yeah, so there's definitely, we'll see what happens. I know last time I took a break from this game about a year ago, one of the problems I had was I just found myself wasting time elsewhere. Like I found myself watching 2 extra hours of Netflix, and rather than like still doing anything useful. So I think what I'm gonna do, and I think a couple things came together for this, but I think I'm gonna like almost completely unplug from most social media, from really most internet, pretty much all games. I think I'm done. I get way too into video games, and it consumes me. Like I'm just thinking back, like I was addicted to StarCraft. When StarCraft 2 came out, that's all I did. Like I basically didn't even go to class anymore. I just wanted to play that game all day long. And I'd rise to the ranks, and I'd get so mad when I lost. Like I was addicted to that game. And then I started playing Summoner's War after that. I became addicted to Summoner's War. I probably spent more on Summoner's War than I did this game. So if people are talking about pay-to-win games, like it's not full pay-to-win Summoner's War, because you can grind on that. And one cool thing about Summoner's War, I'm kind of all over the place in this video, but one cool thing about Summoner's War is an hour spent grinding in Summoner's War 2 years ago is like an hour spent grinding today. So your time is kind of preserved. Like all the time you spent grinding, actually you're building up towards the future. Whereas a lot of times in this game when you're grinding, it's like most of the grinding I've done in this game, to be honest, was good at the time, but now it's like completely worthless. Like all that hundreds of hours I spent getting a riveter gear and just go back all over the first half of the gear sets. I spent a lot of time working towards that, and it was good at the time, but now it's useless. Whereas a game like Summoner's War, all that time you spent grinding, you're building up towards something, and it like an hour isn't inflated and doesn't depreciate in value grinding. So that's another thing against the game. But all in all, I don't really mean to take down the game. I don't actually. What even led to that? Oh yeah, I'm just addicted to. I'm addicted, guys. I'm completely addicted to games. So you can go down the list. When Pokemon Go came out, I was obsessed with that. So I definitely think I need to try to, I definitely need to cut out a lot of that stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cold turkey, 30 days without any sort of electronics, except for using my phone as a phone, like calling, texting. And I definitely need to spend more time with building my relationships with people nearby and rekindling old relationships. Not like girlfriend relationship, but just friendships. And definitely need to start meeting some chicks too. There's a lot of stuff I need to do if I want to have kids within the next couple of years. I'm further now from having a family than I was when I was 18, which is kind of sad. Like 12 years ago, I was closer to having a family than I am now. So I gotta switch some things up. That's why I'm gonna cut out all electronics. If I can binge on Netflix, I'd probably do that instead of doing things that I know would be meaningful. So I'm gonna cut out all internet, all Netflix, all media, all news. No more. I'm going to cut out my Wikipedia and Google binges. I'm going to cut out everything, guys. I'm going to just have time alone with my thoughts and force myself to get out a little bit more in the real world, see what's happening, meet some people, maybe do some grilling outside. I don't even know what normal people do when they're like, I just play games all day. So so I need to, outside of work anyway, work and relax. So I'll have to find some kind of balance. And I think to do that, it's going to have to cut out most all electronics. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably go one more day just playing the game. Not really playing the game, but just saying my goodbyes to everybody, and letting everybody know I'm gonna miss them, and I'm gonna miss all you guys, man. I love making videos. Like I love checking online every day at 7 o'clock when the updates come out and see what's out. I was actually like I was gonna make this. I've been thinking all day I'm gonna make this quitting video, and then I saw Gladio came out 300. I'm like, oh, now I got to make a Gladio video. Like I'm it's so habitual. I see this and I get excited. So it's definitely at an unhealthy level. Definitely for me, it's at an unhealthy level. But I do want to keep making videos. So I'll try to come up with some ideas. It's tough. It's always tough. Like it's always tough to come up with stuff. I'm not very good at that, but I love it. So hopefully the love for doing this is enough to keep me going, keep me making videos and coming up with stuff. I'm thinking one possible idea is, and it might be stupid and it might be really boring, but do a vlog of my time away from being unplugged, from being disconnected from all social media and all internet. It's going to be, I don't even know if I can do it, to be honest. It's going to be a test. It's going to be a real test of willpower when your phone's right there all the time. It's definitely, I think it's unhealthy for me though. Most technology, like could be great, but I find myself at a strip club with bloody nose and my credit cards are maxed too often. Not literally, but oh yeah, literally and figuratively. No, just figuratively. So, anyways, guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna wait a day, probably. Maybe read the comments, maybe chat with you guys some. Spend a day in game saying my goodbyes, but I mean, it's really just a chapter, right? This is just the end of a chapter for me, and I'll be moving on. Everybody will be doing something, but wow, I'm terrible at goodbyes. I'm terrible at like all this kind of stuff. So it's just goodbye for now anyway. I'll keep making videos. I'm going to come up with something. And yeah, hope Machine Zone treats everybody well if you keep playing. And it's definitely, they keep things interesting, that's for sure. And nobody can say they don't keep things interesting. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Goodbye for now, and I'm out of here.